The price of Bitcoin is currently $27,202. It currently sits below the CME gap, which is currently sitting at the level of $27,320. And I maintain my Bitcoin long position and my Ethereum long position. When it comes to the price of Bitcoin right now, I think the entire market is starting to look up, and I stick by that theory. When it comes to when the market is going to open up tomorrow, there is a couple of interesting things to consider. First of all being that Japan inflation will drive savers back to the stock market, says an exchange chief. It's a pretty interesting take on the markets right now. And the other one would be that Congress is trying to introduce a bill to change crypto amid a $350 billion Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP price pump. Now, we all know that XRP's price is pumping right now. If you look at the price of XRP on this chart right here, you can see that XRP is due a breakout above this 50-cent level, 54-cent level. As soon as we start trading above that 54-cent level, well, that opens up $1 again. By the end of next week, XRP could realistically be $1 in such a short period of time. It could happen. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the price of XRP. We're going to analyze the price of XRP, the price of Bitcoin, the price of Ethereum. I'm going to show you my current open trades. I'm going to discuss today's cryptocurrency news. If that does sound interesting to you, slap a like on this video. Make sure you press that button down now. It's been increasing in views, in likes. So let's keep up that trend. Let's keep the good positive momentum going and slap a like, subscribe, and let's crack on with today's video. So first things first, let's discuss the price of Bitcoin right now. When it comes to the price of Bitcoin on the 5-minute chart, a little bit of an interesting formation possibly forming here with an inverse head and shoulders pattern. However, we're not going to read that too much into that, being that it's on a 5-minute chart. However, it's also important to point out that the CME gap does sit at this higher level here of resistance. Now, a break of that level of resistance wouldn't be a confirmed breakout because, of course, we've got this higher level of resistance here at about $27,500. It's been key in this bear market is $27,500. You can see last time we broke above $27,500, Bitcoin had a pretty significant rally to the upside. That was $27,500 break. We traded into the range a little bit, came back down, retested level, and then bounced all the way up to $31,000. Now, is Bitcoin going to bounce up to $31,000 again? From my perspective, I think the answer to that is yes, it probably will do. And the reason that I believe that's going to happen would be if we were to go over to the daily chart right now on the price of Bitcoin and just zoom in just a little bit to kind of show you a little bit of perspective on what's going on in the market. You can see basically Bitcoin is bull flagging to the upside. Now, it's more than likely we at least come up and retest the top of this old trading pattern right here. That'll be a retest of $29,000. Now, if we're going to get that retest of $29,000, the likelihood is that that bull flag would then play out and we'd at least come up and then retest this $30,000 level. A retest of $30,000, well, then we start opening up these higher levels again. And if we're to add the volume profile into this right now, which would be this one right here. If we're to add the volume profile into it, you can see we've got a gap in liquidity down here to about $25,000. I don't really expect that to fill at this point. We've had plenty of opportunity for that to fill, and instead there's just like no real resistance all the way up the chart. And if we to zoom in a little bit just to get a little bit more perspective on how this volume range is playing out here, you can see that the next band of liquidity that we should be attracted towards is here at about $28,000. And after that, it's a pretty slow ramp downwards and, less and less resistance as the price goes up. Now, Bitcoin typically gets soaked up to these higher levels of liquidity. That's generally how these things trade. But also, we want to look at a couple of indicators right now to assess how things are getting along. First one, I want to look at the 200-day moving average. Now, it's important to point out that when we have these bounces off the 200-day moving average, like we experienced here back at the start of March this year, that was a very, very bullish bounce off of the 200-day moving average, because the last time we experienced a bounce like that was all the way back down here when Bitcoin's price broke above the 200-day moving average, when Bitcoin's price was $4,000. We also broke above it here. It tends to be that when you're trading above the 200-day moving average, everything starts turning bullish, and when you're trading below it and getting rejected from it, things start turning bearish. Now, this to me looks very similar to what we experienced at the start of the previous bull run. And also important thing to point out would be Bitcoin halving happened at this stage in time right here. We generally expect a huge run up after Bitcoin halving, and nothing different should happen this time if history is anything to go by. So on Bitcoin, everything is looking pretty decent right now. And in terms of what I'm expecting a daily close here at $27,340, because that is where the CME gap is $320, sorry. That is where the CME gap is currently sitting. When it comes to the price of Ethereum, Ethereum, how is Ethereum getting along? Well, actually, Ethereum has been dropping in terms of its Bitcoin value in the past 24 hours. It's not been performing quite as bullishly as it was. If you look at the 1 hour chart right now on Ethereum, you can see that basically we're starting to bull flag outwards. This rally that we've been experiencing basically it's getting a bit halted. The question is, why is this Ethereum rally getting halted right now? And I think that's got a lot to do with what is going on currently with XRP. Now, this is the DXY, but I just want to load up a new chart here with XRP so I can show you what is currently going on with XRP on this price chart right here. If I'm to add that into my charts down here and then bring it onto the screen, basically, XRP is rallying to the upside very significantly. The reason why XRP is rallying to the upside very significantly is because it's expected that within the next couple of weeks, the court case for XRP is going to end. And as that court case ends, that will be stopping the thing that's been holding it back for years and years and years from institutional investment. Also important to point out that XRP has broken the very long-term downtrend. It just looks so good. Now, I think one of the reasons why Ethereum is starting to perform worse against Bitcoin recently is because XRP is taking a lot of that liquidity, a lot of that investment. I maintain my Ethereum long position right now. The reason why I still hold my Ethereum long position is A, it's in profit, and B, it's in profit, and I think the price is going to go higher next week. That's the long and short of it. I really am quite bullish on the price of Ethereum right now. I think the $2,000 next week seems somewhat likely, especially if this XRP case comes in a bullish way. The entire crypto market's going to take off, because that would redefine the word security in the world of crypto, because the SEC has held that over us crypto investors for years now. What defines the word security? What is a cryptocurrency security? And the SEC likes to say that everything is a security when it's not. And if they lose this case, then that means we win our case for altcoins. And if we win our case for altcoins, the entire altcoin market is going to boom. So speaking of altcoins, $41,500 in the altcoin challenge portfolio right now, currently sat 3.3% in profit overall. I'll be updating you about this on the main channel. If you want to follow that along, you type in That Martini Guy on YouTube and it'll come up and you'll be able to watch the most up-to-date videos on this altcoin challenge that we're doing right here. And I'll be updating you today as to kind of changes that have been made. Also, important thing to point out would be that Glimmer is pumping back to the upside today, up to 3%, which is very, very nice to see. Now, other things to discuss today, of course, would be that Binance is not intending on getting involved in crypto mining in terms of the actual hardware. I suspect this is more so to do with attracting less regulatory attention. Bitcoin miners are likely selling their Bitcoin bags around $28,000 right now, and that is in order to fund more Bitcoin miners that will be required when the next difficulty hike comes in, and you've got the what's it called now? The Bitcoin halving that's happening next year. When the Bitcoin halving is happening, difficulty is going to rise. There'll be new miners that are issued. So you'll expect generally what happens before Bitcoin mining is miners sell all the way up as the price goes up, and then they take profit, they buy new miners, and then the price goes absolutely scatty because miners stop selling. That's likely one of the things that's been holding Bitcoin back in recent weeks. But we don't need Bitcoin to rise up, because the altcoin market is probably going to do that for us right now. I think the altcoin market is ultimately more bullish than Bitcoin is. One more thing to point out today would be that Green Universe is a very interesting project. You should read this article on cryptosavingexpert.com. So check that out. Green Universe is a stablecoin project, but it's something that I think could benefit you very, very, well, just a lot in general. It's a very, very interesting project, and I'll explain more about it on the main channel fairly soon. Other than that, anything else left to discuss today? Well, everything looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Was there a couple of altcoins here to discuss? Yeah, Daffy's doing pretty well, up to 0.014. That's looking pretty nice. Again, the exchange launch is coming up fairly soon for Daffy, so that's good to see. Anything else other than that? Probably not, to be honest. So on that note, guys, thank you all very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, do drop a like on it. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get, I don't know, 700, 800 likes on this video, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts as to what you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Comment either bullish or bearish in today's comment section, and of course the same goes for XRP as well. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.